for Spiritual Living in Eugene, Oregon. My name is Reverend Trish Mackey, and I have the great pleasure of being the facilitator for our meditation time this morning, which runs about 15 minutes. So I invite you to just settle back, whether you're with us live or whether you're just looking at this at another time. Just make yourself comfortable. Put your feet flat on the floor so that you're connected to the earth. And let your hands rest lightly in your lap with your palms up, knowing that you are willing to receive from the universe all of its magnificent, wonderful, overflowing blessings. With your eyes either lowered or closed, I'm going to invite you during our time together to let my words sit gently in your ears and let my voice sit gently in your heart. And to know that the I that I speak of is you. I invite you to breathe out and then take 3 gentle breaths in. And as you do, notice that your body relaxes, that your shoulders slip down, and they release the tension that we seem to carry. With every exhalation, just feel yourself sink into the chair. And to bring yourself totally present in body, in mind, and in spirit. Today I receive a gift of time unwritten, completely blank. And I know that I have the opportunity to write on this blankness of time whatever I choose to experience in my life. How do I want it to be? How do I want to feel today? And how do I want to be of help today? I choose to feel as I move around and wake up and focus that I want to feel joyful, that I want to know that everything that I do brings joy to everyone whose life I touch, including myself. I want to feel light and breezy and youthful and energetic and peaceful. And I know that those are things that are delivered to me gently and easily and bring a smile to my face. I know how I want to feel. What do I want to do today? I want to be totally present in this moment and every moment that follows. I want to be clear about what it is that's important to me. What makes my heart sing? what makes me smile not only on the outside, but also on the inside. I want to be the smiling face for others. As I go through my day, sharing my abilities, but always with a smile on my face. Always knowing that the helping hand that I look for, I have to give at the end of my arm. 2 arms and 2 hands to be of service. To simply be showing up as exactly who I am, standing proud of what I know myself to be within. I invite you for a moment to sit in silence and feel within. Feel the sensations, feel your life, feel the words that you have heard. Let them rest on your heart. Let my voice carry them to you so that they arrive gently. And the words, perhaps being heard for the first time, or perhaps as a reminder to sit gently on your ears. Taking another breath. Feel how your body is responding. Feel if there's tightness or thoughts in your head that throw up unwanted thoughts and words. Things that take you away from joy and harmony and peace and beauty, and focusing on another direction that creates within your body that which is unlike who you were designed to be. A creation of love and of light and beauty and harmony and peace and abundance and light. A light for the world to see, for every person who you see on a daily basis, for every person that you live with, that you work with. Be the light. Be happy with who you are, for you have uncovered the inner truth of yourself. Everyone is unique. Everyone is filled with different gifts and abilities, skills, ideas, likes and dislikes. And isn't it all wonderful? As we observe the way in which we do things, in which the way that I take an idea and embrace it or discard it. Simply asking myself, why have I made the choice that I've just made? What is it about that idea that I embraced? And follow that thought and build on it and understand yourself on a deeper level. And what is it I have chosen to discard and say, no, I don't want that. Why is that the choice that I am making now? Ask the question, what is it there for me to learn from that which upsets me, which gets my attention and allows me in the middle of it to be more educated, to be more willing, to be more open to something new and different that perhaps will bring me joy, that perhaps will add to my ability to be a more shining star, to be a person who is full of love and allows the universe to do what it knows best to do through me. Knowing that every day I learn more and more about myself. And as I share these words with you, I invite them and I invite you to let my words sit gently on your ears. And I invite you to let my voice sit gently in your heart. And I invite you to embrace the thought as I do, that wherever I go, I am always surrounded, embraced, appreciated, and recognized as a person of love. A person who sees from that center of love within, from that higher wisdom self connected to the universe, unconditional love. And I express that in everything I do, I say, and I think. Let this time together be either a first time or simply a reminder of the amazing, unique creation that God has created. For it knew that the world needed you. And so it gave you life. It gave you all that you need to create all that you desire. Let this be your meditation for today. As I invite you to come back into this moment and recognize your true value and your true self and your true position in this life. And so it is.
Okay, welcome everyone. So glad you're all here. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We're your Joy Notes. We're going to kick off our service with a couple of songs. My name's Alice.
I'm Kathy.
I'm Kevin.
And if you could all rise, we're going to go ahead and start singing a couple of songs, starting with America the Beautiful. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on me and crown that good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes prove in liberating strife, who more than self their country love, and mercy more than life. America, America, may God thy soul refine, till all success be nobleness, and every gain divine. Okay, and if you can all turn to your neighbor and get to know each other and say hello.
Morning, band. Morning, everybody.
Hello. Yay.
Man, I really like singing with you guys.
Oh, I like singing with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And I enjoy our Sunday.
I do. Me too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Here I am, a vessel to be used. Whatever Spirit needs of me, I will be, I will be, I will be. Here I stand. My heart is here to serve. Wherever love is leading me, I will go, I will go, I will go.
Thank you, Joy Note. And I'm almost a practitioner. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. So I just want to welcome you here to the Center for Spiritual Living. Here at the center, we know that spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives, and that's why we like these principles. I like these principles. I've been, studying these principles for the last 3-4 years or so, maybe even longer than that, but, really intensely, though. But, when you come to the center, that's what we're all about. That's about a teaching, of these principles of Ernest Holmes and Science of Mind. And I forgot to bring my book up. Hold on. Yes, I always try to bring my book with me because I like to put in that spiel for the Science of Mind magazine. It's online and it's only like $25 a year or something like that. I don't know. But you get it every couple of months, and there's a double issue. I highly recommend this thing because there's so much good nuggets in it. It teaches our principles. It teaches what we believe. In the front of the cover, everywhere, there's what we believe. And that thing right there is the most powerful, to me, is just going through it day by day, looking at the stories, question and answers. There's Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings, which I happened to take a foundations class with a while ago, and he's like, always answering. If you have a question about what science of mind means to you or something in the community, you could write him and he'll answer it. In this magazine. So I highly recommend that. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living, we know that we are a community of these science of mind principles of love, interconnectedness, and that we are all one. So I say that to say this and share with you one of our global visions for spiritual living. We envision a world where personal responsibility joins social conscious in every area of political, corporate, academic, and social sectors, providing sustainable structures to future the emerging global consciousness. And basically what that all says is that we envision a world that works for everyone in every arena of life with a loving consciousness. We're so grateful for this service today. Our practitioner of the day, Reverend Trish, is going to come and bring us a treatment to set the tone for the day. But before that, we have our Joy Notes that's going to sing a song, We Are One. Everyone, please. And everyone, please stand if you're able.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one.
I must admit that after singing that song always says it all. It feels like there's really no need to pray us in, because those words to that song are so beautiful if we not only say them, but hear them and also feel them inside. For we are one, and this is a place of oneness. So if you will join with me and making yourself comfortable with both feet on the floor so that you gain that energy from the universe coming up through your body, and also sitting straight and knowing that it's all coming down from the universe, for you're surrounded with it and filled by it. So right here and right now, what I know to be true is that there is only one. There is one heart, there is one mind, there is one body of unconditional love. And it flows through each and every person that exists here, in the past, in the present, and in the upcoming future. For there is that divine source that guides us and leads us and brings us to the place where we are acknowledged and surrounded by like-minded people. As I turn to the person to my right, I see an expression of the divine. As I turn to the left, I see a person who is filled with divine ideas put there by the divine, for we are all created the same way. And we all come from that unconditional love and acceptance. As everyone arrives in their own skills and their talents and their abilities and their assignments, I know that in this place, in this sanctuary, in this teaching, and for everyone who listens at any time or reads any of our material, what we find is the truth. The truth about our creation and why we were created, the jobs that we are here to do, the abilities. We have assignments, and this is a place where you get supported in that assignment. To be of love and of light and of beauty and of peace. Be the example, for we are the thing that we are searching for. It is us an expression. So right here and right now, I have such gratitude for this center called the Spiritual Living Center of Eugene, Oregon. It is my home. It is my life. It is the source of my joy and my gifts and my growth each and every day. In gratitude for knowing that what I need to hear, I hear today. What I need to feel, I allow myself to feel today. And the people that I'm with are exactly the right and perfect people. The universe never makes a mistake. We are here by divine right action. I accept this in gratitude and in love, and I release these words to the universe, knowing they have come from the universe, and knowing it is all good, and so it is. So it is.
Thank you, Reverend Trish. So what Reverend Trish just did was an affirmative prayer. And we say, and so it is, because we believe it to be so. And that means that when we pray, when we're speaking this affirmatively, that we know that Spirit is going to answer. The answer is already here within us. It has arrived. So we act as if it is here already. That's what affirmative prayer is. So every time when you come Sunday and you hear this prayer, this treatment, it is an act of consciousness going out into the universe that comes back to us in the positive way.
Said like a practitioner.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you're in for a treat today. Reverend Linda is going to give us a message, individual and collective liberation. And today's music is by Dwayne Day. And before we get into that, I want you to, if you're able, we're going to do our last May affirmation. And it'll be up on the screen. I'll say it once. And then if you're able to, say it with me. I set healthy boundaries by discovering the clarity and strength of my own voice. As I communicate with empathy and compassion, I discover my voice empowers myself and others. We create lasting peace. Together, I set healthy boundaries by discovering the clarity and strength of my own voice. As I communicate with empathy and compassion, I discover my voice empowers myself and others. We create lasting peace. And so it is. And like I said, we have a treat today. Dwayne Day is going to give us one of his musical selections, and accompanied by Mo Schneider there. Please give him some love.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Yep. Wanted to wait until it was on, thanks. Okay, so yesterday was Bob Dylan's 84th birthday. And in honor of that fact, I thought it would be fun to do a Bob Dylan song. And this is normally interpreted as a romantic love song. And a lot of times when I'm playing in a spiritual center or a church, I like to do romantic love songs with the intention that, imagine this is the divine singing to you. Imagine this is the infinite universal mind singing to you. Because in a way it is. when the rain is blowing in your face. The whole world is on your case. I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there is no one there to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. There's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, and on the highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. And nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love.
Thank you very much. Mo Schneider.
Okay, we're going to start on our meditation song here. So if you can just sit back, relax, and kind of get in the mood here. Opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening.
to receive. I am opening. In this moment, I stop. I breathe. Breathing in, God is. Breathing out, I am. My very breath reminds me of the reciprocity of spirit. Life is giving and receiving. Receiving and giving. It's a cycle. It's a circle. And it moves with ease when I step back and allow it. With gratitude, I let go. I allow God to be God in me. I trust. I release. And so it is. Thank you, Dwayne, for that exquisite rendition of that song and for reminding us that all love songs are songs from God singing to us. I'm so delighted today to see some people I haven't seen in a while, to see some people who are from out of town and have come back to visit, to see some people who've returned after departures. Just many, many ways to be present with one another. On holiday weekends, we never know. Half the people leave town and other groups come in. So it's all part of a swirling energy, and I am grateful for each one of you here. And when I say it's delighted to see you, I mean I'm delighted to see you. We're doing the final talk today on the concept of raising our voice, of using our voice, of allowing our voice to show us, to lead us, to guide us in what is going on, and using it for good. I don't know if there's anybody besides me who's a little bit conflict averse in the room. I'm less than excited to leap into the fray and start raising my voice, and yet sometimes that's what's necessary. The idea of this week's talk is individual and collective liberation. Until all of us are free, none of us are free. Until all of us experience this good together, none of us are experiencing it completely. And true liberation, both individually and collectively, demands more of us than our belief. As Reverend Trish said so beautifully in her treatment, we have to earn, may have been, was either Trish or V, and I just give you both immense credit for everything. But the idea that we require more than passive belief. It's not good enough to just know the truth, to just study it, be able to write a nice paper on it for class or whatever. It is living the truth. It is using these principles in our day-to-day lives that makes the difference. And I want to share with you from our version of the Bible. This is Dr. Ernest Holmes. This is a leather-bound version of the Science of Mind textbook, all 879 pages, 978 pages of it. And it's intriguing. The part I'm reading to you is right here. Can you see, it's not even halfway through. And the title of this page is Final Conclusion. Yeah. But he had a couple more things he wanted to say after that. So, in conclusion, what the world needs is spiritual conviction followed by spiritual experience. I would rather see a student of this science prove its principle than to have him repeat all the words of wisdom that have ever been uttered. It is far easier to teach the truth than it is to practice it. That's Ernest Holmes at his finest. But the practice of truth is personal to each. And in the long run, surprise, surprise, no one can live our life for us. To each is given what he needs, and the gifts of heaven come alike to all. How we shall use these gifts is all that matters. To hold one's thoughts steadfastly and to the constructive, to that which endures, and to the truth may not be easy in a rapidly changing world. This was written 90 years ago. But to the one who makes the attempt, much is guaranteed. The essence of spiritual mind healing and of all true religious philosophy is an inner realization of the presence of perfection within and around about. It is the hope of heaven, the voice of God proclaiming, I am that which thou art. Thou art that which I am. It's great to study this teaching. There is nothing better than studying this teaching. I've been in this teaching for 31 years. I've been a minister for 25 years, and I am still studying the teaching and learning new things. It's not that I wasn't a good student before, it's that I'm different, and so the teaching is different. The more I learn, the more I know I need to learn. The more there is to question, the more there is to be curious about, the more there is to explore. But exploring and sitting on my couch and reading and studying is not living the teaching. Living the teaching is how am I interacting with other human beings? How am I operating in the world? What do I put on my Facebook page? What am I saying out loud that might be better yet left silent? And what am I keeping silent that might better yet be left said out loud? Silence can lead to a cycle that we get into, a sort of a hamster wheel, where unresolved grievances and voices that we're holding down create tension and misunderstanding. I wonder if they realize what they just did. Anybody ever been in that kind of a... No, none of you, but you know somebody who's done that. Yeah, I'm familiar. I have a friend who's done that. But it's breaking through the silence that allows us to open avenues for dialogue, that allows us to create ways to innovate and do things differently, that allows us to transform what could be a degenerating situation into a appreciative and growing situation. We have the ability to break the silence with ways that are loving and clear and compassionate and caring. There's so much for us to do in this world. Right now, there's so many things happening at such a whirlwind pace, and we look at the things that are going on in government, the things that are going on around us, the things that are going on in our communities, and it's like you get whiplash just trying to follow everything and be aware of everything. And that's where being grounded in principle really becomes important. That's where owning and loving who we are really becomes important. That's where hearing that song by Bob Dylan, if you could feel my love, and imagine it being the infinite holding you as a tiny baby and singing that soul to soul to you. Because that's really what every single love song is. We think it's about lovers, but love, anything that is love, is about God. Anything that is love is God expressing. God does not love. God is love. So when I love, I am experiencing God in the depths of my being. That's the truth of how everything works. Now, spiritual practice is a practice. Because like I said, if all we do is read the book and don't do anything with it, we're not creating a world that works for everyone. We're not doing anything that is helping ourselves or anyone else. And so we practice doing the things that we've been studying. We practice. And I'm going to share with you today 5 practices that each of us can begin to take part in to move forward in building a world that works for everyone, in creating collective and individual liberation, in making everyone feel the truth of their own worth. First, we can't do anything out there till we do a little bit in here. And the first step is to embrace your voice. Your voice. Not your mama's voice, not your hubby's voice, not your wife's voice, not your whoever's voice, not your kid's voice, not your teacher's voice, your voice. And I know we're all sitting here going, well, most of us are way past mommies and teachers and everything. But I got a 3rd grade teacher who still lives inside me telling me things. And I think many of you may as well. And this is what we've got to get away from, those boundaries that were not good boundaries that were set for us. You know, the boundary of you can't cross the street is really, really good when you're 3 years old and you don't have adult supervision and you don't know to look both ways. That's a good boundary to have. But when you're 40 years old or 50 years old or 60 years old and still won't cross the street, maybe you need to let go of that old idea. Maybe there's other ideas living in you that you could let go of. So embrace your voice. Recognize the divine power in your thought. Each one of us, the basic tenet of this teaching is that there is one infinite reality. We call it God or spirit or the universe, life. We call it by a whole lot of names. I think in Judaism there are 99 names for God. There are so many names for the infinite, but it really doesn't matter what we call it. There is one infinite source of all things, and it creates, and we're its creation. So we are God expressing. So consequently, our thoughts matter. And if you think about the word matter, matter also doesn't mean is important. Matter means shape, form. Our thoughts take form. Our thoughts matter in more ways than one. They become our reality. So embrace your voice. Embrace the ideas that come to you and through you as divine intelligence that is yours. And then we talked about, the next step is to engage in those spiritual practices that we talked about. Practicing means we do this on a regular basis. If you are an athlete and you play softball or you play golf or you play whatever it is you play, you like to practice so you get better at doing what you're doing. Your tennis swing improves, your backhand gets better. If you practice, your piano improves when you practice, your voice improves when you practice. Our spiritual nature improves when we practice. When we do affirmative prayer, like Reverend Trish did so beautifully today, knowing the truth before it shows up. I know this is good, and I accept it as good, and I give thanks for it being good. We do that. We do affirmative prayer. We do meditation. We take and we stop. Now, you may think, well, I tried meditation, sitting for a half hour in this awkward position with your back rigid and this, may not be your thing. Sitting in a comfortable chair for 5 minutes instead of half an hour might be just enough for you. Walking down the street without ear pods in and just looking at the trees and the flowers might be your meditation. Meditation is getting still in whatever way works for you. It might simply be it literally, we shared this in Soup for the Soul last week. They have done physical studies, scientific proven studies. The more you are being caught up in adrenal response, the more your amygdala is triggering things and you're getting all tense and you're getting tightened up, the shallower you breathe. And the shallower you breathe, the more it tightens up. And the more you shallow. And you can stop it immediately by just going, and that recalibrates everything. It literally is like a master switch which resets your body and calms you immediately, but you have to do it. You have to practice it on those moments when everything is just going to hell in a handbasket and you don't think you can handle another stupid thing. And allow yourself that beauty of meditation, however you do it. And the final practice that you can try, it's not the final one, but the one listed here, is visualization. Visualizing what you want. How many of you can really do? I do a fabulous job of visualizing the worst case scenario, of how awful it could be, of how everything could go wrong, of how it could blow up in my face. I am so good at visualizing that stuff. But what if I took that time to visualize what I wanted to happen, what I really wanted to have, how I wanted it to be? If I could, with the clarity and passion that I look at my deepest fears, could I look at my greatest dreams? Visualize them as real, as ready, as done. Visualize this country as it comes up in one more year to be 250 years, to be the 250th anniversary of the greatest experiment in democracy that did whatever it could do. And the people who died, this is the weekend for those who are confused. Memorial Day is for people who died in war, or they've expanded it now to first responders and that sort of thing. But it is for people who died in service to the country. Veterans Day is in November. It's for people who served. And then 4th of July is our Independence Day. But today we honor those who lost their lives, who gave their lives. Absolutely. Okay, third practice we want to work on is creating safe spaces. can I be someone who is a safe space for people to go to vent, to complain, to ask for help, to be weak, to be in pain, and just hold it, not try to fix it, but just be a safe space where somebody can just be. Where I just listen. Where we have respect for one another. Nothing you say about what you've done is going to make me think any less of you, because I know who you are. And what you do is not who you are. If we could all just really, really get that. The things that I have done are not who I am. They're how I acted at a certain point, but that's not who I am. Who I am is spirit expressing. And then we want to advocate for change. Now, I, as a young woman in the 60s and Vietnam War and early 70s and all of that, I did my fair share of protests and rallies and that sort of thing, and I'm kind of physically past the ability to stand for long durations of time and also to be around a large group of people. The introvert in me is taking over, and this is cool because you're all sitting while I talk. You know, if you were all standing talking to each other, I would be in the corner. It's just, that's where I am. And we can still participate in collective actions that align with what we believe in, that align with unity, that align with love, that align with justice. If I can't be there, I can make signs. I can make great big posters that are affirming and loving that people can carry instead of things that call people names. Imagine all the people living life in peace, and have that be a sign that somebody carries. I can do that. I can write postcards and letters. I can do behind the scenes things. There is never a point at which I can't be involved unless I am basically legally dead. There is always a way that I can participate. There's always a way that I can add to having my voice spoken outwardly. And then the final step. So we've got embrace your voice, engage in your spiritual practices, create safe spaces, and advocate for change. These are the movements. The final one is persist in your journey. One of the biggest lessons I had to learn in life is that there are no destinations. There is only a journey. There is no there that we're trying to get to. There is no final until we take the last breath. And that's just the new beginning of the next step. But what I'm looking at is the idea that each step you take is toward greater liberation and greater enlightenment. Each step you take in your spiritual practice, each step you take in embracing your voice, each step you take in speaking out for others, for yourself. Each step you take gets you closer to the greatness that you came here to be. I have enjoyed this this month's set of talks, and I am grateful for the opportunity to be part of where we're going and what we're doing as a community, as a spiritual center, as a nation. We're coming into back to back to back. We've got today's Memorial Day. In 6 short weeks, it's 4th of July, and a few weeks after that, it's Labor Day, and a few weeks after that, it's Veterans Day. How am I going to make those different? I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking that as the universal question for each of us, is how do I make this a holiday where it really reflects what I believe, where it really reflects what I love, what it really reflects what I believe in. I have the ability to do that. That's the beauty of this teaching. It wakes us up to the fact that we all have the right to choose. Every moment of every day, I can choose. My choices may not be as broad a band as I would like them to be, but I still get to choose. I still get to decide what I'm going to do. And that's powerful when we remember that, when we realize that. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for spending part of your Memorial Day weekend with us. Reverend Trish, did you have a transformational moment? I do. All righty. We are bringing back transformational moments. This is where people get the opportunity to share how this teaching has gone poof in their life.
Woof. Poof is right. So I was raised in Boston, Mass, where I was born, and I was raised in a family as an only child and no religious upbringing. My parents both worked and liked to sleep in on Sunday mornings. So at that time, living in the city in Boston was kid could run around all they wanted to, and I still loved to go to the churches because the churches always represented a mystery to me. What was behind all those stairs and those heavy doors and no windows? And so I started going, and I would show up and, in the Sunday school, the women were always so friendly. Oh, what's your name? I haven't seen you here before. Where are your parents? Oh, they're upstairs in the church, sitting down. I lied my way through most of the churches that were around my area. even sang in the choir. But what I want to say is that there was a draw there was a mystery. Every church represented a mystery to me, and I didn't know what that meant until I got old enough and I stopped trying to be everybody's mother, which I was, and wife, and decided that I was kind of important too. And at that point, I actually found the teaching of Science of Mind. And when I walked in the first time, and I thought, I now know what the mystery is. I'm the mystery. And it's up to me to find out what I am, who I am, what I'm like, and why I'm here. This was the only teaching that got me an answer. And so I would invite you to really, really understand this teaching. It's not hard. It's not confusing. In fact, it's very simple, and there's very few outlines, a few rules, kind of like we saw today. Here's some steps for it. And you will be amazed to find out how absolutely amazing and unique and special that the universe created you to be, even when you don't think you're worth it. You always are. That's why you're here. Please understand our teaching. Really take the classes and get involved in it. The gift you give is the gift you give yourself. And there's no better gift to give, and there's no better place to give it here with these wonderful people who have been our teachers. So that's my moment, my life.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if any of you have a transformational moment that you would like to share, let me know, and we will set you up to do that. And I'd like to call up the joy notes and the ushers. And this is our time of giving, of our gratitude for the good that we receive from this community, that we receive from Spirit.
The giving song.
Whether or not, there are many different ways to give. We have online, PayPal and Breeze, that little whirligig there. You can put your phone on that, and you can be giving with us even if you're at home or even if you're across the world. You can scan that to donate. And Anyway, if you have a gift today, put it in your hand. If you don't have a gift, just simply put your hand over your heart. Either way, I bless this gift,
I bless this gift,
knowing it is the circulation of divine good,
Knowing it is the circulation of divine good.
and that it comes back to me,
And it comes back to me,
pressed down,
pressed down,
overflowing,
overflowing,
and multiplied.
multiply. Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing
there's always enough.
We give thanks,
We give thanks. We give thanks with this offering. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks with this offering. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything. Yeah.
And we give thanks that Dwayne was able to fill in for Matt today, and he's got another song for us. Make him feel welcome.
Thank you all so much. Okay. Here we go. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings are disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. Oh. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. Oh. The rain is gone. Now I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshining day.
You didn't know it was going to be a congregational song, did you? Okay, announcements. We've got some amazing things going on this week, some fun stuff, some silly stuff, some good stuff. Well, it's always good stuff, you know, but anyway. Today, we'll have a discussion group after at 11:45 to 12:15 where you can discuss what we talked about today or anything else that's coming up for you. Sister V will be leading the discussion group today. She'll be in there at 11:45. So, and if you need eggs, also you can go see Sister V because they grow. Her spouse grows some amazing. Marjorie grows some raises some chicks and chickens and eggs, and these are Rasta Farms eggs. So. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. in the meditation room, Bethel Evans is leading the transmission meditation. It is really a beautiful and lovely experience. Just come in, let yourself in, and go into the meditation room. Tuesdays at 7. Men's coffee is Tuesdays at 10:30 in the morning at 5th Street Market. You get your coffee downstairs, then you go up to the main dining area, and that's where you grab the guys. Soup for the Soul is Thursdays at noon. This week we're talking about relationship. What that means and how that works, and I'm a great one to talk about that. Anyway, but also I will be, they suggested I make Italian wedding soup. So for relationships, we're going to do Italian wedding soup this week. And the bereavement group meets 1:30 in the meditation room on Thursday. So the Soup for the Soul is 12 to 1, then there's a break, and then from 1:30 to 3:30 is the bereavement group. So good stuff for you. First Saturday workshop is coming up June 7th, and it's at 11 a.m., and it's about creating your life and about exploring what it is that what are the virtues that matter to you. Talk about having virtues and having values, but if we don't know what they are, then how do we use them at the appropriate moment? You know, so this is an opportunity to discover that. And then next Sunday is First Sunday, and that's men's breakfast is at 9 a.m. at the Gateway Grill in Springfield. And next Sunday is Invite a Friend Sunday, where we'll be celebrating birthdays and potluck, and just all in all having fun with community. And first Sunday is the potluck, bring your favorite dish. And then also some of the people won't be here, but some of the people will be here. So we're going to just those who can't be here are going to be at this amazing, there is still time to join this amazing retreat up at St. Benedict's. $250 includes your lodging, all your meals, and the retreat itself. From Friday night till Sunday noon, Bonnie and Andy are leading it. And for those who are thinking, well, I can't really afford it right now, it's a little more than I can spend, we will give you till the end of summer to pay it off, because that's how much we really want you to go. You can pay $80 a month in June, July, and August, and we'll call it pretty much even, you know, but we want you to be there. So if you've been pausing because, well, I really can't put out $250 all at once, you don't have to. So talk to me, okay? The book boutique has all kinds of wonderful books. I'll turn the light on so you can wander around in there. I don't think any of the bookstore people are here today, but you can pay in the office. You have an opportunity. We could use somebody who could help out in the bookstore. There's an idea. You could sign up to be in sacred service once a month and clerk in the bookstore. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, or many other things. Thank you to our featured artists, Ellen Gabehart, Katie Dreyfus, Amy McQueen, and Susan Cochran. Susan did all the glass stuff that's up around. She hasn't got signs up yet, and Reverend Trish, would you please do a brief talk about the practitioners?
Yes.
Quack.
Well, every Sunday you hear us talk about practitioners and what we do. And the practitioners are simply people who have gone through all the training and then decided that they wanted to do it the rest of their life because they had gotten so much out of it. So every Sunday, the practitioners that are present at the service either sit or stand over each one of these windows over here and will let you tell them what you'd like in your life. We don't want to hear why you don't have it or why you think you don't deserve it. We want you to just tell us what you want. And then be quiet. And listen to the practitioner as they remind you about the teaching. The teaching said you create your own reality. That means every experience you have in your life comes as a result of an outward showing of what your inward thinking is giving you. So, practitioners, please stand. Linda, we'll start with you. So we have Reverend Linda, and we have Kathy Day and myself. We will be available to you. I'll be up here, and Kathy will be roaming or sitting, and Linda will be greeting you at the door as you give her thanks for the wonderful service today. So I'm going to invite you to stand up at this point, join hands, and we're going to sing our closing song. Which I don't know what it is. Oh, peace song. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Peace that was meant to be with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. With me, let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and now it begins with me.
If you choose, please repeat after me. I was waiting for Kevin to say. I embrace my voice. And I speak for good. And so it is.